order to boost up the channel's popularity without violating terms of service. You know, there's a certain few things that I can't do. You know, there's a few things that I am not allowed to endorse. But, you know, I can tell you guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Helps me, helps the channel, tells YouTube that this is the type of content that really needs to get more popular. That stuff I can tell you guys. What I can't tell you is, for example, I can't be like, oh, buy stuff that like increases your popularity in YouTube. I can't do that. And I honestly wouldn't do that. That's a stupid way to do things. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. It's bad for you. It's bad for the channel. It's bad for YouTube. It's bad for your viewers. You know, consider your viewers, the people that you want to view your channel. If you betray their trust, you know, it's one thing if you betray my trust, for example, because my trust, you know, my trust is my trust. It is what it is. If my trust is broken, then my trust is broken. If my trust is not broken, then my trust is not broken. It's a very simple concept. It doesn't really have to go very many other ways. There's not very many other ways it can go. I just realized I'm heading all the way back down here when I could have actually taken the water elevator after grabbing the redstone from the redstone component storage. But by now, there's actually no way for me to stop. Like, legitimately, there is no means I can use to actually stop this thing. But yeah, the various activities that can be performed in order to legitimately boost my channel's, you know, YouTube exposures of, I believe it is, oh, what do they call it? You know, I knew the name until like a moment ago. All the way up until I went to actually say it, I knew what I was about to say. Basically, the internal advertising that YouTube provides is stimulated by the amount of likes that I get. If I get more likes, then I get more advertising. If I get more advertising, I get more people viewing my channel. If I get more people viewing my channel, then I get more likes, and that allows me to get more advertising, which allows me to get more people viewing my channel, which allows me to get more likes, which allows me to get more advertising, more people, more subscribers, more money, you know? And that's kind of the secret behind the YouTube algorithm, is that it's surprisingly basic. It's very simple, very straightforward. It's not very complicated. It's actually decently easy to comprehend. It's not complicated at all. It's amazingly simple. There is very little that can actually go wrong with the algorithm. You know, if done right. However, in order to utilize the algorithm properly, you need people who are willing to, you know, work within the boundaries of the algorithm. You need to have people who are familiar with the ways that the algorithm operates. You know, you need people who are going to actually, utilize the algorithm to their full potential in order to properly maintain the required attendance. You know, if people, for example, are returning viewers within the last 28 days, then they will get registered as returning viewers. They won't get registered as a new viewer. I get on average about 50 new viewers, 50 unique views per month. If I have someone that subscribes, then that someone is probably going to be a returning viewer. They're probably going to be a regular viewer. And to those people, I say, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. It really does help a lot. Thank you. Again. It does mean a lot to me. I'm just not very good at expressing it. But thank you. There is a lot of people that would not that would not go out of their way to subscribe to my channel. I have 10 subscribers, I believe. However, or no, I have 30. Right, that's right, 30. I have like 32, 31. But, 1% of my viewing audience is subscribed. That means that out of 300 people, 30, or no, that's 10%. Out of 3,000 people, 30 are subscribed. That actually surprisingly means that a surprising few number of my audience is actually people who are subscribed to me. Awkward. Okay. That's an oof on the skeletons. Let's see. Well, if I head over this way, he'll be in a different chunk. He might have died already. Irregardless, there is plenty of work to be done around here. There's plenty of things to do. There we go. But yeah, that's the general lore behind my Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Now, today I should be in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that's not my campaign. It's actually a friend of mine's campaign. But my campaign should be having a session scheduled for tomorrow, assuming everyone makes it. I'm not sure if my paladin player is going to be able to play, considering they work 8 hours a day. Glow squid. First glow squid. Yes. Where's that glow tentacle? Did I pick it up? I picked it up. I got 3 of them. Glow ink sacs. I'm going to use those on my my map item frames. I'll make glowing item frames for my maps. It's going to be beautiful. I love it. Sounds like a wonderful plan. I love it. Oh, hey. It's the Bane of the Enderman. Rain. Additionally, it's a great way to get your farming done because it means that in various farming games, you don't need to water the crops, such as Harvest Moon, for example. Now, I did mention that today I should be receiving a laptop. And what that means is that pretty soon I should be able to start going and looking into playing some Final Fantasy XI, perhaps. If I can't start up my Final Fantasy XI due to financial issues, specifically, then I would need to look into something along the lines of perhaps a what's known as a MOBA, Massive Online Battle Arena, which is entirely unrelated to mobile, which is, like mobile games. Some people apparently have difficulty hearing and cannot discern the difference between a MOBA and mobile. A MOBA game is a game similar to League of Legends, where you have a massive online battle arena, or MOBA. It's an acronym. Similar to the Nexus in my Blue Nexus Gaming channel name. I'm surprised no one has actually asked what the NEXUS stands for. So far, the only thing that has ever actually asked is my AI. And even then, that was just because at one point I had named it that. I had just simply named it NEXUS. It's like, what does NEXUS mean? I'll tell you another time in the future, after things have settled down. And then things never really settled down. Then when things did settle down, it never really got around to asking. Weird. Anyways, and if you do bother asking, you would probably want to ask through a comment, and then I would probably respond at first by actually saying it in a video, and then I would possibly, after a day or two, respond in, like, directly in the comments. I would possibly respond directly in the comments after a day or two. Apologies for the misphrased wording there. Had a bit of gas. Still do, actually. I'm a bit gassy, apparently. Isn't it? This place is looking a lot better now. I like it. I almost want to build here, but, well, there would be a small problem with that in the form of iron golems. And specifically, a possible lack thereof. I don't want to not get iron golems. Like, an iron farm that does not produce iron is not a very good iron farm. Like, by then it would just be a string farm. Because, the cats. I do intend to tame some cats. I will probably need to go about taming them through means of utilizing the villager trading hall. The villager trading hall is going to require gathering together a selection of villagers, which is going to require me, building a bunch of beds and, going through the process of creating more villagers in order to get all of the different trades that I want. Through means of just basically refreshing their jobs until I get the job that I want them to have. once they have the job that I want them to have, then I trade with them. That locks in the trade so that they don't become a different job. And then once that happens, everything's good to go. Yeah, I think I seem to be getting some form of block lag, which is weird because I don't know why I would be getting block lag. Oh, I did not pay attention to my shovel. I need a new shovel now. Great. Ugh. That was a good shovel, too. Oh, right. I left the minecart parked, didn't I? Well, in that case, let's just head towards the bed. Oh, great. Just what I needed. It's raining, there's zombies, some of them have armor. Pretty sure that one's actually a leader. Which means there's probably now more zombies around here somewhere, due to the way that leaders work. Oh, there's an Enderman around here. If I play my cards right, I can lure the Enderman into here. Ooh, zombie villager. And that zombie dropped a potato. Why did my character stop walking all of a sudden? Oh. Well, hello. Let's get you handled, shall we? Ow. No. Bad skeleton, bad creeper. Matter of fact, you know what? There we go. I'll just travel at maximum speed. Yeah, I'm poisoned. Oh, another witch. Why am I still taking damage? Okay. That was awkward. That was quite clearly lag. Glowstone dust. Yes. Oh, crap. Get away from the zombies. Okay. Now, there has got to be somewhere that those witches are spawning from. What does this guy have? He's standing atop this thing. He's got lilacs, nautilus shells, some sand, gunpowder. Decent trades, but why is he standing on top of my map wall? And more importantly, how? How is he standing on top of my map wall? How did he even get up there? Okay. Really? Okay, well, let's stow some of this stuff. Spider eye. Yep, looks like that's all of that. Now I just need to pick this up. I need to go over here, deposit the seeds, deposit the potato, run over here, head all the way down to... Why did the minecart stop? I'm not going to even bother questioning it. Whee! As I head all the way down to my deep storage. Apparently I need to take a little bit more damage. Weird. Okay. I need that. What else? Stone. Dirt. And then... what's up? Yes, please. I need to deposit my gravel. And I believe for grass. Okie doke.
There you go.
You can just
It's
pop
not
it.
warm anymore, but it's cold.
Okay. Thank you.
It's,
I know. And now I need to deposit my string. String is in redstone component storage. Therefore, I should do that after I withdraw a bunch of stone and refill the furnaces, because it's been a while since I've done that. Therefore, I'm just going to grab a bunch of stone. Just absolute gobsmacks of stone. Because I don't really know how much fuel furnaces have and how much material they burn through, but I don't really intend to find out unless I can help it, because there is only so much I can do all at once. It did consume a lot of the stone, but that's fine. I'll take the shortcut through the water elevator here. Whew. A lot of progress. Just getting something to drink real quick. Give me a moment. There we go. Now, I will lock that briefly. Throw those on the ground, grab that. And then I want to craft a bunch of dried kelp. I'm seeing I got scaffolding. What do I have for scaffolding? String. I had forgotten that string was even used in scaffolding. Okay. This is still functional. That's good. It's very good. Can I eat yet? Not yet. Okay, well, we're running. Hi. I need to refill the fuel here, refill the fuel here. I would like to point out that that thing smelting constantly is actually fueling 3 furnaces, essentially. Because it's fueling the smoker, it's fueling 2 furnaces, and it's still generating a profit. I need to repair all of this stuff soon. It is so difficult finding a proper enchantment for your armor because of all of the different options that are provided. You know, between blast protection and projectile protection and what's the other one? Fire protection. Between all of that, it is very difficult
to get just regular protection. Ooh, this is good. Potion of water breathing. I'm gonna use that. I am so going to use that. Can I use the glowstone dust on the ground? No, that's only in mods. Bummer. I suppose I need to run the rest of the way since I don't have my shovel on me. On the upside, I needed to run anyways because my character's hungry, but not hungry. Suppose I'm just going to store that for now. Now I want to open this, deposit those. Then I want to go over here. Then I want Silk Touch. There we go. Breaking 3, efficiency 4. Breaking 3, Silk Touch, efficiency 5. Okay. Now I mentioned that I was going to be playing a different D&D campaign than mine in this upcoming D&D campaign. I plan to play a cleric based on the character Johnny Bravo. This character is going to be a grave domain cleric, and then he's going to be basically just very silly. That's the best part about this character. I play him as though he is the son of my other character, my first character, Dragonus, which is usually not spelled properly in the English auto generated captions. I'm not sure about the other languages because, well, I don't speak the other languages, therefore I wouldn't know if it was spelled right or not. However, the standard spelling for Dragonus well, that's just him with his hubris. That was my friend Demu. He's going to be the GM for today's campaign, and as you can see, he's apparently struggling with his own hubris. I told him that it's real simple. It's like 90% improv. You know, he doesn't believe me, and it's like, no. Even the modules, just read them. You'll notice that the modules are about 90% improv, because how can you possibly predict every single player? It's just not physically possible, you know? To predict every single type of Dungeons and Dragons player, it's just not possible. There are going to be some that want homebrew, there's going to be some that don't, there's going to be some that are wanting something overpowered, there's going to be a lot that are just wanting something more balanced, you know. But the most important part is that We're just there to have fun, you know? Our characters are there to do what our characters are there to do. Our characters have their own motivations. The GM's job is to set up a environment. It is our job as the player to decide what our goals are, what our motivations are. Why are we there? You know? Are we just some random passerby who happened to notice this ragtag group of adventurers who are, trying to break into this evil, deadly tomb of horrors that are trying to, murder the nearby townsfolk? Or are we from those nearby townsfolk and we're trying to save them? That is entirely up to us, the player. The GM, or DM, in his case it's GM, he is a game master. He is creating a game. He's creating a world. I understand that there is a difference. I respect that difference. Not many people even understand that difference. But I understand. I get it. I totally get it. Because I myself am also a GM. I have my own game that I host, and he invited me because he actually knows me from that game, and he knows that I really studied really hard on the rules, and I know a lot of the rules, and I respect when he changes the rules, but I additionally like to affirm what the rules are and be like, these are the normal rules. What we're doing here is this over here, but normally these are the normal rules. And I understand that. Sometimes you want to follow the rules, sometimes you don't. It depends on the rule, it depends on how balanced it is, it depends on how well it fits into the campaign setting that you're running. I get all that, I understand all of that, and he knows that, and that's why he invited me. He knows that I am totally able to play some weird, whimsical, nonsensical character. If I wanted to, I could legitimately play the Mad Hatter or Alice from Alice in Wonderland. I could totally do it. And I wouldn't miss a beat, I could play, if I so desired, the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland. I don't desire playing the Red Queen because the Red Queen is the Red Queen. The Red Queen's whole off with their head mindset is kind of toxic. I don't really like doing that type of level of toxic. I prefer the whimsical pranksters to anything more serious. But when I say whimsical prankster, I mean like whimsical, as in harmless. It's not something that's going to get in the way. It's not going to cause a problem. It's harmless pranks. Just entirely harmless. Someone passed out at the bar, great. Strip them down naked and put them in a bed and give the bartender all of their belongings and be like, when they wake up, give them this stuff. And they'll be like, okay. And it's like, oh, and if you don't, they'll probably kill you. Oh, okay. It's like, yeah. So, yeah. Just go ahead and give them this stuff when they wake up, because I don't want them to kill you, but this is going to be hilarious. It's like, you asshole. It's like, it's whimsical. It's like, that is dastardly. No, it's just whimsical. but you took all of our stuff and gave it to the bartender. What use do I have for plate mail? I'm a wizard. I don't even know how to use a maul. You kidding me? You know? Give me a wand any day. I'm a wizard. They're just like, I suppose that's fair. You know? Your character might be upset, but yeah, you're fine. Oops. Yeah, you know, before we had a campaign reset on the D&D campaign for today, the group had ran through a tomb that was apparently infested with a bunch of undead. There was a necromancer. Apparently there was even an undead dragon, but I must have missed that session. It must have been after I had left the campaign, because I wasn't getting along with one of the other players, and I was like, look, the problem is not me. The problem is they don't know how to pull their head out of their butt, because they're just being jerks. And it's like, oh, it's not them, it's not them. It's like, okay, whatever. You know? Like, literally, I only had a problem with one player. And they were like, oh, you're being stubborn, you're being a pain in the butt, and you're not giving them a fair chance. It's like, okay. You know they're in my campaign too, right? And they do this in my campaign as well. You know that, right? It's like, no, I didn't know that. Yeah, they're kind of just like this. Okay, this is just them being them, and this is me being me because they're being them. Maybe if they were a better player, I'd be a better me. You know? If they were a better player, I'd be a better player. It's amazing. It's almost as though I'm like empathic or something. Stare. I am empathic, by the way. I have the ability to sense the emotions of another person subliminally. I can subtly pick up on their emotional cues and their behaviors, and I'm able to notice when they are trying to just basically be rude, and I kind of end up being rude to them because they're trying to be rude to others, and they're trying to get away with it, and I'm just basically calling them out on it and just being like, look, I ain't having it, okay? I'm here to have fun. I ain't having none of this nonsense. I have a phrase that I use because everything in existence is supposed to be a wavelength. Therefore, when there's something that I just really don't like and I just want to tell it, you know, whatever, go away type of situation, then I just say, fuck that noise, because since everything's a wavelength, everything is a noise. Everything has a sound wave imprint on it. I just realized the video is about to end. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I remembered I had the low space warning a long time ago. I'm surprised it hasn't cut the video off already. Thank you for watching, by the way. Thank you for watching the full duration. Most people don't. The average watch duration is like 10-20 minutes on my videos. Thank you for watching the whole video. You're really helping out my channel. That will help out my channel a lot. Additionally, leaving a like on the video will definitely help my channel a lot because it makes these episodes a lot more beneficial for my channel, because I understand that the long form content is not exactly friendly for the YouTube algorithm. However, I produce a lot of content as well. Therefore, it's kind of friendly, kind of not. It's a bit of a mixed bag. And those likes really go a long way in making it a really good thing for my channel. It can really make it a positive thing if I get a like on my videos instead of like just no vote. Like, I understand that not everyone is going to like my content, but it really does help. You know, we're all in this together. I would probably like your videos if I liked that kind of content. I don't really have very many like suggestions on what I should do. Therefore, if you want something to comment about, how about leaving a comment on a game that you think I should try out with the laptop that I'm supposed to be receiving sometime today? Because apparently he sent it in like overnight mail or something, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be a day late. I think I'm probably going to get it tomorrow, but he said I should get it today. Should be a knock at the door at some point today saying, you know, hey, you got a package. And if I do get a package, then I'll be ready for it. But in the meantime, I want to get some feedback on what kind of video should I make? What kind of game should I play? For example, I could play StarCraft 2. I could work on my APM, my actions per minute. I hear StarCraft 2 is very good for that. Some of the mini games, the side games in StarCraft 2 has an actual APM tracker, which is very good because it's very difficult to track your APM sometimes, and having something to track that is very useful. Yeah. Therefore, you know, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, let me know what kind of videos I should be making here. You know, I'm good at StarCraft 2. I'm good at StarCraft. I could play StarCraft, the original. I could play. I have options, you know. I could play Space Engineers. I could do Space Engineers videos. I probably will do some Space Engineers videos. I will definitely be slowing down my content around episode 300. I'm going to start throttling the content because I can only upload 10 videos per day. So uploading 6 videos of YouTube per day is kind of taking up the majority of that bandwidth currently. But as I continue to get more content that I am able to record, I will want to record that content and I will want to upload that content. But if I'm doing 6 Minecraft videos every single day, that's going to be kind of difficult to do. Therefore, I want to start slowing down the Minecraft in order to speed up the other